Orlando controls the tip. Outside, Banchero is matched up with Bridges. Suggs turns it over.
Two Suggs.
Magic turned it over 15 times in that loss against Philadelphia. Charlotte had just 8 turnovers against Miami. Diabate was a huge factor on the glass. 8 offensive boards.
And it's not just the offensive boards with Diabate. You know, it's the times people foul him when he's in pursuit. It's the times that the ball gets deflected out of bounds, and here we start right there. It's a loose ball foul. Why? Because Diabate has Charlotte turnovers, only 2 after halftime. 1 in the fourth quarter, 1 in overtime.
Now this is going to be a turnover for Charlotte, a foul call.
Ball's jersey, and they didn't see it.
Banchero gets Bain involved. 2-man game with Banchero. Hard drive, pulls up, and scores.
I like that by Banchero. Aggressive move into the middle and then over the top. Sometimes he tries to get it all the way to the rim and ends up taking very tough shots in traffic.
Miller to Bridges. Short on a 3-ball. Diabate fighting for it. And it's out of bounds. 16 record with Diabate starting. Bridges slams it down off the inbound feed from Ball.
Well, you've got to switch that back screen. He was wide open. That's a mistake the Magic cannot afford.
Wagner on a kick. Bain rims out on a 3-ball, and Diabate skies for the rebound. Knippel has really been struggling on the offensive end. High banker doesn't go.
Yeah, Dirk Nowitzki said it in the studio. 35% over the last 10.
The acceleration by Bain, they're going to count it for season games. The 9th Magic player to ever do that. Charlotte opens up 1 of 5 from the field. They shot 44% against Miami. Miller drains it from long range.
Well, Miller had a great after halftime game. 16 points in the second half, 4 in overtime the other night in that big win against Miami.
Banchero strong to the hole. 6-5 advantage here for the Magic. Charlotte gets into it quickly.
Good trend for the Magic with Banchero being as aggressive as he's been.
Drop step didn't work. Bridges was trying to take Bain on the baseline. Miller using the Diabate screen. There's the roll. Diabate denied. Banchero. Suggs head and shoulder fake. The fend off over Knippel for 2. Orlando opens up 4 of 5 from the field. High screen Diabate, ball, swings it for Bridges. He'll let it fly. Hits the rim. Cleared by Wagner. Wagner, he takes it right at the chest of Miller, and the banker goes.
Conditioning. He admitted patience is not his strong suit and said there were times during rehab he may have pushed too hard, would set him back in building true game shape. Wagner told me he wants to play wherever he can. Ian?
And Cassidy, Jamal Mosley told us it really is about Wagner just trying to find his rhythm right now, working through it. That was an offensive foul called against Diabate. In and out for Banchero. And a long rebound to Miller. Knippel. It's a wide open 3. Won't go. Bain the other way. Knippel cuts him off. 10-5 lead for the Magic. And Wagner couldn't finish. Put down. It's Carter.
But that's what happens when you drive the ball. You draw help. It takes a body off offensive rebounders. Carter to the rim, and Charlotte struggling with a very aggressive.
No size did bother them earlier in the season. Kick. Banchero doesn't take the 3. Leaves it for Carter, who rocks the rim.
But Charles Lee wanted to protect the paint mentality, and right now Charlotte having.
Anthony Black seeing his first action for the Magic. Ball trying to get it going. The rookie James to the veteran Bridges. Oh, that's creative on a scoop to the hoop.
That's a big-time finish right there with the right hand.
And that ends a 10-0 run. 14-7 Magic. Bain can't get the floater. James gets it ahead for Ball. Ball misses from the outside. It's tapped over to Suggs.
Ball was 2 for 16 from 3 in that game the other night against Miami.
Banchero one-on-one, turns on Bridges, clears for Suggs with 10 to shoot. Suggs lines it up, and he overcooked it. Miller ahead for ball, pedal to the metal. Swing, diagonal Miller, bottom.
It's a big-time pass by Sion James. Head up, hit him right on target.
Miller is now 2 of 2 from three-point territory. And it's a 4-point lead for the Magic. Banchero will take and miss the three. Uncontested rebound for Ball.
Well, Bridges went under the screen. That's what you have to do against Orlando. You have to keep them out of the paint and make them shoot jump shots.
That scoop doesn't go for Ball. And he knocked it right through the legs of Miller over to Suggs. Suggs' jumper is pure.
A long two.
Charlotte put up 120.3 points per game in the season series against Orlando. They won it 3 games to 1.
You can see the physicality, though, that Orlando's bringing to the game right now.
Another miss by Ball from long range. Banchero splits defenders. Carter got him. A three.
I like that three because the ball hit the paint and came out. You know the defense is going to be collapsing, but this Orlando defense is physical right now.
Miller misses from the side. James tries to keep it alive. And Banchero controls it. We approach 5 minutes to go in the first. It's a 9-point lead for the Magic. Banchero flips it. Corner. Carter! Put it on the board. It's a three.
Best defense in the NBA. And it was really the first time they had a full roster. We're seeing the way they looked last year when they were second in the league defensively.
Miller is surrounded, and they're going to run out of time. Orlando actually set a franchise record in scoring with 115.7 points per game this year. Black floats it up. Banchero trying to work around. The pirouette and bucket for Paolo Banchero. The lead has ballooned to 14, and it's the second 10-0 run of this opening quarter.
When they've already got 16 in the paint. Charlotte has to keep them out of the paint and off the free throw line if they're going to win this game.
Kobe White, one of the heroes of the Tuesday night victory. Swing it for James. That ball deflected. Suggs gets a piece. Knocked ahead. Suggs couldn't grab it.
Shot clock violation. Long time.
Turnover story this season for the Hornets has been an issue. Banchero splashes in a triple.
Agreed with him on as he said we're getting good looks. I don't see that. They're very seldom getting any look at all.
Early in this second quarter, Bane attacking. Batadze in a crowd. Green was trying to knock it free. Kane is fouled. So Morph has been so lopsided in favor of Orlando from the very start.
And he's right. I mean, another game, every game is different. And this one is a lot different than the Miami game. Miami's a team wants to get it.
Ball swings it. Kniffel. The pull-up is there.
Well, that's good for him. He needed to see one go, but you can see even how hard that was. The shot was heavily contested. He had to fight through contact to get to his spot. And you can see down here, Orlando just able to move freely. Nobody's on them ever.
And that's a travel on Kane. Turnover for the Magic.
They can win the possession game, which they're doing right now. It's going to make it very tough on Charlotte.
Magic got to the playoffs last year as the 7 seed and lost to Boston in the opening round 4 games to 1. Kniffel, they need it. They got it.
Magic not up on the pick and roll that time like they were early in the game. They got to get the bigs up. They've got to keep the pressure on. It's one thing to come out with all the emotion that gets you playing with great intensity, but sustaining it is harder.
Kane jars it loose, and there is a foul call. He led the NBA. Wagner back in against Kniffel. Ball fakes on a double. Wagner off balance. Gets the roll and the foul.
That is not very good game plan discipline whatsoever. If your plan was protect the paint at all costs, which is what Charles Lee said. His team not executing that plan at all right now.
Second foul against Knipple. Ball is yet to score. Bridges, kick, Knipple, extra, Green, off the front of the rim. Wagner stumbles. Half-court set here for the Magic. Every combination that's been on the floor has worked thus far for Jamal Mosley. Quality minutes from Bataze. Bain lost it. Knipple takes it away. Ball up ahead for White. Again, he saw two defenders and was forced to give it up. Ball turns the corner. Bridges lets it fly. Short.
The Magic doing a great job making the ball come out, but closing hard.
And Kane takes it in for two. 45-21, Orlando. Ball, the dribbling exhibition.
Natural leader, and with Paolo, it's about staying ready through the praise and criticism. And for Orlando, the chemistry may still be catching up to the talent, but there's no better time to create it here than in the postseason, guys.
And the defense continues to turn it over 9 times. They have just 7 field goals. Black gets to the paint. Misses on the teardrop. Carter is back in. Offensive rebound. Nice adjustment, but he couldn't finish it. Cleared by Kalkbrenner. White with a pep in his step. Gets cut off, and he just tosses it near the rim. A foul is called. And there's been a whole lot of that. On the side, Miller back in. Ball for Williams. His 3 ball doesn't go. Suggs up ahead. The lead feed. Black had it knocked away by White. Miller steps into the 3. And he's got it.
Well, if they can get some in transition where they can not have to face the Magic's set defense, that would really help them, but they're not a real running team.
9 points now for Brandon Miller. He is the high man for the Hornets. Suggs, corner. Remain no. And Black.
In the corner, Kobe White does not get a body on him.
Charlotte was living on the offensive glass against Miami. They had 17 offensive rebounds. They have 1 tonight. 7.5 to go in this second quarter. It's all Magic. Miller on the move. Swing it. Williams just keeps on firing. Rebound knocked around. Carter touched it last, out of bounds. In Vegas, they were riding high. They had quality wins to get there.
Well, yeah, I mean, they played in probably the best pool. I mean, they had to beat Detroit and Boston, the top 2 teams in the East, to get there.
Ball dancing. It's good, but it's an out-shoot. The takedown against Bam Adebayo, who did not return to action because of a lower back injury. And a foul out front. Miller is shrugging his shoulder to the confidence that got the win over Miami, but obviously remain very focused on there's still a job to do. Carter misses on the first attempt. Who will win to get in? Get the number. One out of 2 for Carter. They have doubled up the Hornets, 48-24.
And just look at the ball pressure now. The body is on you everywhere. There's no space.
Kobe White is way off an air ball. Suggs ahead for Black. Banchero. Hard drive. Banchero lays it in, and it's going the other. After the loss to Philadelphia, stating how the Sixers handled their business. Knipple short, 1 and done for Charlotte.
There's just nothing coming easy. Charlotte, a team that wants to play with a nice flow. There's no flow in this game.
Miller knocks the ball away from Carter and retrieved by Knipple. Up ahead for White. Gets around Black. White drives, bounces. Williams, his 3 ball. Doesn't go. Carter ahead. Uncontested. Bang! Big finish!
At both ends of the floor, and so far, they have not been up to the challenge.
3rd foul on Black. Miller moving without the ball. Jump shot is smooth.
Well, that's his 4th made 3 already. He's about the only offense they have had.
12 points for Brandon Miller. Suggs on a kick. Da Silva fakes out Knipple, floats it up, doesn't go. Strong rebound there by Bridges, trying to run. It's cut off by Da Silva. Bridges continues. Diagonal Knipple. Corner, Bridges. Takes it in, flips it to the right hand for two.
Very good ball movement there. That's what they're going to have.
50-29. Largest lead has been 26. And a whistle stops play. Carter and James. Knipple is 2 of 5 from the field.
He's not been able to play free and easy.
4:44 on the clock. Carter splits a pair.
As we know, this is the NBA, and there's over 28 minutes to go. Plenty of time.
Miller off the double. Banchero takes it away from Bridges. Magic are running. Wagner leaves it. Banchero! Bully ball! Plus the foul. So we talked about Charlotte and the mentality coming off that win over Miami in overtime. It was the opposite for the Magic. There was almost a sullen vibe, but angry.
No question. And people were telling them how bad they are. And the bottom line is, you're never as good as people think you are, and you're never as bad as people think you are. You've got to stay even keel. Bane initiating contact again. Orlando, even though Bane missed that, Orlando loving the contact and the physicality in this game.
Uncontested, Bane with the lay-in. The defense creating offense over and over again for Orlando.
Well, there's plenty of time for it to change, but right now, I got to be honest, Charlotte is shrinking from the competition. They look like they don't want any part of this.
Orlando has scored 18 points off of Charlotte turnovers, and there could be another takedown. Bridges and Bane.